Thank you for attending the webinar for Lead Conversion for Buyers. I am Deanne Mooney with Dynamic Page Solutions. I am the National Leads VIP Manager at Dynamic Page Solutions. This webinar is Lead Conversions for Buyers. It's one of three. Our next one will be next week. It's Lead Conversions for Sellers. And the following week we'll have Lead Conversions for referrals and past clients. You can communicate with us through the webinar, through Twitter, and the email sales@dynamicpagesolutions.com in the lower left of your screen. So feel free to communicate with us as you would like during the webinar. I'm Deanne Mooney. I've worked with a top producing group at Keller Williams Realty for the last 10 plus years using the Internet Lead Conversion System. I'm just going to tell you how I did it, and it's a very simple process that I use to convert and retain past clients. Many of you are throwing leads away by not converting internet leads properly. So let's see how we can help you save and make money instead of throwing it away. Statistics show that 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% make a third and stop. 10% 3 contacts. 2% of the sales are made by the first contact. 3% by the second contact, 5% by the third contact, and 10% on the fourth contact. 80% of sales are made by the 5th to 12th contact. So that tells us that we need to be out there making 5+ contacts in order to get a sale in most cases. In this market, I hear many realtors make the comment, "It's not my fault, it's the market." In all honesty, you have to be willing to step ahead and do what others aren't willing to, because there's business out there. You just need to figure out how to get your fair share of it. We know that 90% of clients search online. So we need to have a presence there. We need to learn how to work that in order to get the leads and the conversions and the sales to make the money. Clients want a call back within 1 hour, but expect a call within 5 to 15 minutes. Are you contacting your clients in the first 15 minutes? Are you even contacting your client within the first few hours? Because after a couple hours, your lead conversion rate will go down by 50%. If you don't get them contacted within the first 15 minutes to an hour, get them contacted, because 5 to 6 agents are contacting that agent at the same time. When they went on the internet and found you, they found 5 or 6 other agents' information also. So you need to be the first one to contact them, because 70% of the clients choose the first company that contacts them. So you need to be the first. 80% of all sales are made by the 5th to 12th contact. Here again, you need to be putting them in a contact management system so that in fact you are getting the results of your efforts. 75% of all leads are lost by agents. Too many people drop the ball. Somebody else is the first client that contacts them, and you're the one that loses the lead instead of gets the lead and gets the sale. The average realtor, 50% attempt to use social media. The most common information found on their website is only their listings. Websites are the typical realtor as brings in 4 inquiries and 3% of their total business. So you're really missing the boat if you don't have your website actively working out there for you instead of against you. 75% update their website or blog less than 1 time per month. What's your long-term leads and branding strategy? Are you depending on others such as Realtor.com, ActiveRain, Trulia, Zillow? Are you just on that wheel running and not getting anywhere? Or are you willing to build your own brand? Okay, the tools that we're going to need for this lead conversion for buyers, the first item is a phone. You prefer a cell phone because that way clients can get in touch with you immediately. They're on shopping the internet because they want an immediate response to their interactions. You need a computer that has access to email, MLS, a CRM. A CRM is a client response management system. All of these items are web-based, so you're going to need a computer in order to be able to work these items. You need a lead source. You need a website. You need to get some way that you're going to get results with internet leads. I personally recommend dynamic page solution websites because I've had the most success using them. You need a name, a phone number, an email address, and what the client is looking at when they hit the internet so that you can set them up on a search and start trying to work with this lead that comes in. You need a CRM. You need a client response system. In that client response system, it would be nice if you had an MLS search in that CRM. Some of you can't afford one. When I first started out, I didn't have one. I had to go into MLS separately, set up an MLS search. You can work around it if you don't have the funds to purchase a CRM that can do all this in one place. It just makes it a lot less time consuming if you in fact have something that will do everything in one place. You need to be able to track hot, warm, and cold leads and trash leads. A hot lead is one that wants to buy now. A warm lead is one that wants to buy in 3 to 6 months. And a cold lead is going to buy sometime. They're just not sure when. A trash lead is one that maybe doesn't have a correct email address but has a phone number but not a correct email address. It's not enough information for you to be able to really work that lead effectively. But if they hit your site once, there's a really good chance they're going to hit it again. So you work the information that you have, you just don't have enough information to be able to work them effectively at the current time. You need to have some type of a program set up to where you can send out emails that you can make customizable for a 36-month period in that CRM so that you can set up 36-month responses with each one of your clients. You're also going to need a mortgage broker that's willing to work with you and your clients. They need to be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Believe it or not, clients need to get pre-qualified at the oddest times and hours. And if you have a mortgage broker that only was willing to work 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, it probably won't work real well. You're going to need to get one on board that can work when your clients are ready. And the mortgage broker needs to be part of your team. You need a title company that is able to go out and check liens for you, to help you out. If you have a client that needs information on a property, they're able to go in and do searches for you. So your mortgage company and your title company both need to be part of your integral team to make this all work. So let's start out by what the system actually consists of. The lead comes in. You need to call the client within 5 to 15 minutes. More often than not, that client is not going to answer the phone. You might get them to answer the phone, and if you do, you're going to use the questionnaire we're going to go through in the next screen and ask them some questions so that you can get their MLS search more accurate. You know what their timeline is. You have more information to base on entering them into your CRM and knowing what you're working with on that particular client. If they do not answer, leave them a message. Thank them for registering on your internet website and let them know that you're going to set them up on an MLS search. If they'd like to have it customized at a later date, please feel free to get back in contact with you via email or call you and leave them your phone number. You need to get them pre-qualified or get proof of funds. If you contact them and they have not been pre-qualified, set up an appointment with your lender to get them pre-qualified. If they happen to not be a buyer and they actually are looking, they're a seller, they're just looking at properties on the internet, give them a market analysis. Let them know what their property's worth and convert them. We'll talk more about this in another seminar, but here the seller needs a market analysis. Speak to your client or leave a message. questionnaire that you're going to ask is, are you currently searching for a home? Are you an active current buyer? Are you planning to buy in 3 to 6 months? Are you planning to buy in more than 6 months? Or what is your timeline? What's your purchase price range? What area do you want to live in? Or what school district are you interested in? Are you interested in a specific neighborhood? What kind of home do you want to buy? A detached single family, semi-detached, condominium, other? What style of home do you want to buy? Contemporary, one story, two-story? How many bedrooms? How many baths? Specific features such as waterfront, large lot, garage size, gated golf course, age restricted, horse property? Will you be paying cash for this new home or financing it? Have you spoken to a lender or do you need to be pre-qualified? Any additional comments that they may have, and ask, do they have any questions? Is there anything else I can do to help you? Send the client a follow-up email explaining that you are setting them up on an MLS search and thanking them for signing up. Set the client up on an MLS search, enter the client into the CRM, and put the client on a 36-month follow-up plan for buyers. Make sure you have a button on your site so that you can get listings too, in case they're looking on the sites so that they can list their home. Put the client onto an auto email for recipes. What I do is I have an email that goes out one time a month that has a recipe. There's an email that goes out every month or two that has a holiday email. There is an email that goes out that has got a brochure that tells about something currently happening in the market. You want to be the one that communicates with them what's going on in the market. You don't want them to have to go to the news and hear about it. They're relying on you as their expert in real estate to tell them what's going on in the real estate market. And then they're getting MLS search results on a daily basis as they come up in the MLS. So this client is getting contacted every 1 or 2 times a week. You need to mark that client as hot, warm, or cold, or trash in the CRM as we spoke of earlier. You need to get client pre-qualified or proof of funds prior to showing them property. Do not put someone in your car and waste your time and your gas, which costs you money, unless you have a proof of funds or have that client pre-qualified. Have a discussion with the client about being exclusive agent, and if they're working with just you or with you and other agents. Remember, they have hit the internet. They're looking on multiple sites out there. If you are having trouble, I in the past have had a buyer come to town and tell me what day and time they're going to be available. A lot of them come in and play golf and do different things, and they have a limited amount of time that they're willing to look at homes. So you work around their schedule and come to find out after you've shown them property that they're going to go look with 2 or 3 other agents at properties. So if you start to have problems with this, have them sign a buyer broker agreement, which will then start cutting down on them looking with you and looking with others. I am able to get that taken care of verbally just because I have that discussion with them before they come to town, because it only had to happen once to me, and then you get to the bottom of it real quick with your next clients. You must stay in contact with the lead until they buy or ask to be removed permanently. I continue to contact people. I've had people call me and say, you've been sending me things for 3 years, and I have a commitment to you because you've been contacting me all the time, and I'm coming to town. Can you show me property? So it does work. You just got to keep it up. Call a client weekly or 2 times a week if you're seeing on the CRM that they're hitting it 20 plus times, or if they're getting on every few days. If they're very, very active, that tells you that they're active buyers. So you need to spend time with those. They're bringing themselves to the top. And so if you want to be their agent, you need to be there for them. Call them, find out when they're coming to town or when they would like to go out and look at property, and get to the bottom of, are you ready to buy? If you're too busy to do this system and you're a mega agent, what you need to do is get a lead coordinator. You need to have somebody that can do these things for you so that you can be out making money. Many agents are cyclic, and we all know that the reason that we're cyclic is because we get too involved without showing properties and not paying attention to these basics lead conversion system. You ignore it and you drop the ball, and then you don't have leads coming in. You also have closings that you're spending a lot of time and effort on, and you're ignoring your buyers. And once you ignore your buyers, you start dropping the ball, and then you're going to have to go find another 10 to 100 clients in order to replace the ones that you've dropped, and you're losing money because you can't convert. Let's talk about conversion rate. New agents might have a conversion rate of 1 out of 100. And if that's the case, so be it. Just keep working hard. Refine your skills. You will get a better conversion rate the harder and the more you work at it. In the beginning, I was probably converting maybe 1 out of 50, 1 out of 25. I just here in the last couple months ago, I did some statistics on my lead conversions, and I am converting 1 out of 10 leads. Now understand, you're converting those, they want to buy, but you've got to be able to dedicate the time and effort in order to make it come to a closing. You can succeed if you work and are dedicated to this simple lead system. How do you turn an average real estate agent into an elite real estate agent? Well, 10% have a blog. They all know they need to do it, but they don't think that they have anything to say or that what they have to say anybody really cares about. Their IDX isn't valued enough. The most common thing on all of these sites is that they have their listings, but that's about all they have. It's not driving traffic to your site. And yet we know 91% of people say they want to search MLS listings on the web, and not enough sites give them that ability. Spending time is not working. You're spending 4.4% of your budget, which is less than $200 a year, in an area that 91% of your buyers are going to for leads. I got a feeling that you probably need to be calling Dynamic Page Solutions in order to talk to them about some websites. Let's talk about tenacity. Statistics say that 3 to 5% out of 100 will actually do this or any other simple lead internet system. That is to stick to it long enough so that you can be successful at it. So you can see there's no real competition. If only 3 to 5 out of 100 of you out there today do this, there's no one competing with you really. Your goal should be to be able to convert at 1 out of 10 leads sometime in the future, if not today. Tenacity. What is tenacity? Persistence, determination, and holding on to something or a routine. Do you have tenacity? If you have tenacity and decide to work this simple system, you will succeed. I know you will, because I did. I'm just an agent that was willing to do something that few other agents were willing to do. Are you willing? To say that I've not stumbled along the way and dropped the ball, losing a buyer from time to time, I will not say that. I just changed companies here recently, and during the process, I had a buyer come to the table that was ready to buy. I could not access the MLS because I was down for a couple days, and I didn't know what I could do. I had to hand that client off to some other realtor in order for them to be able to take care of him, because the most important thing was for them to get taken care of. I felt that I dropped the ball. I lost money in that, and all I could do was keep doing it. That person has been taken care of. They will be able to, another agent will be able to materialize on that, but I have to go find 10 more people in order to find another one to convert that's ready to buy. So just know that we all experience the same things in the business. We just have to be tenacious and not willing to give up. Here's my recommendation to you. I've worked leads from Craigslist, many different websites, broker websites, etc. I will tell you that the leads that I've worked for the last few years from Dynamic Page Solutions websites far have exceeded any other websites I've worked. It's my experience that the agents that are having success with Dynamic Page Solution leads do not really want others to know how successful these leads are. They don't want you to be their competition. But I am willing to share my experience with you to help you succeed. If you have any questions about this simple system, would like to get more information in regards to Dynamic Page Solutions websites, I encourage you to contact us at the email at the bottom left of your screen. All of you are screaming, I need leads. You need an optimized website, which is critical. You need aggressive SEO strategy, the best long-term solution. Craigslist for some great source of immediate leads. PPC AdWords, great source of immediate leads also. So contact Dynamic. They have full optimized IDX integrated agent websites for $49 a month. They have full IDX integrated Facebook property searches. The most optimized website for the search engines, available anywhere, and hands-off exclusive area lead generation with SEO and SEM built in. People say we have heavy competition, we need strong web strategy. It needs to be indexable, IDX. This is a must-have, but not enough to compete in real estate. Search engines now want more. On-site and off-site optimization is critical. I encourage you to come and join us, like us on Facebook. Dynamic Page Solutions. You can download a free, no obligation SEO book today. We have exclusive offers, cool giveaways, free search engine tips and useful information for realtors to help you get more traffic, free monthly webinars, and websites for realtors with the most advanced, optimized, patent-pending IDX technology available. So we are on Twitter, and please, as I said, come like us on Facebook. All the so-called secrets of success will not work unless you do. Are you willing to change? Thank you for attending this lead conversion buyer seminar. As I mentioned earlier, this is one of 3. Next week, we will have a webinar on lead conversion for sellers, and the week following, lead conversions for referrals and past clients. I am Deanne Mooney with Dynamic Page Solutions. I'm the National Leads VIP Manager. You can communicate with us through Twitter or an email address at sales@dynamicpagesolutions.com. The information is at the bottom left of your screen. I look forward to speaking with you next week.